What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel where I teach you everything you need to know about accounting, audit, personal finance, the CPA lifestyle, and everything in between. If that sounds awesome to you, make sure to hit that subscribe button below, and welcome to the accounting channel. All right, guys, today I'm going to go over the 5 skills you need to build in public accounting. I know some of you may be in public accounting, some of you may not. I'm sure you guys know how I feel about public accounting. I think it's a great place to start your career. In my opinion, it's probably one of the best places you can start, especially as an accounting professional. But today I want to go over 5 key critical skills that you need to build, because I know, like many of you, even me, public accounting maybe isn't forever, or it's maybe something you want to do for a few years. But as you all know, public accounting, the majority of people don't stay forever. But I do feel like it's a great place for you to learn some solid key skills that you can take with you forever in your career. So the first thing I want you guys to learn is that debits and credits are the foundation of you as a financial professional. Learning debits and credits is really the key to understanding financial statements. It's the key to understanding how financials work. And it's funny how sometimes, like, you'll be in a meeting, and the more you can understand debits and credits, the easier it's going to be for you to understand how certain business transactions impact the financial statements. I mean, even let's just say, for example, you're staying public accounting for a year or 2, maybe 3, maybe 4. And for whatever reason, you find a great gig outside of public accounting, and now you're a manager at this place, and you want to go, the company wants to go, purchase some equipment. So, automatically, okay, my equipment, debit equipment, credit cash, and how much, how long are we going to depreciate that equipment over the useful life? Is it 5, 10, 15 years? And then every month from there on and so forth, you're going to have to depreciate, and you're going to have to take an expense on your income statement for that amount. So that's just a quick example of why learning debits and credits, I don't care if you don't do accounting long term, but just being a financial professional in general and holding that CPA license or whatever it is that you choose to do long term, being able to understand debits and credits, it's such an intangible skill. I cannot tell you guys enough how when you maybe decide to leave public accounting, or when you're dealing with people outside of the public accounting world, having the skill of knowing debits and credits is so critical, and it's such an intangible that so many people will pay you a lot of money to understand and know, because you know the intricacies of a financial statement to the granular level of a debit and credit, and how that's recorded in a general ledger, and how that impacts the trial balance, and how that trial balance ends up flowing to the financial statements. So understanding debits and credits, and like I've said in this video before, I really don't think you fully start to understand debits and credits until maybe like, I don't know, maybe like year 1, year 1.5, 2 years, where like you can think of a transaction and bam, you automatically know debits and credits. And I'm sure if you guys hopefully have seen any of my other videos on where I kind of touch on knowing the normal balance of any general ledger account is really the key to understanding whether to debit or credit an account. Understanding this simple key is such a critical skill in developing yourself as an overall professional. The second thing you guys need to learn, Excel skills. Oh my gosh. I think this is probably my favorite thing. I mean, hopefully you guys are, watch my other videos on how to audit or how to account for certain transactions or accounting for certain things. Excel is one of the most transferable skills you can take with you forever. Being really quick at Excel, everything, and I don't care if you do a sales job, I don't care if you end up doing marketing or whatever you end up doing, it's going to be tracked in Excel. Every company that I know that I've ever audited have some type of analysis or something they do in Excel. And the faster you can get with the hotkeys and being able to manipulate data and being able to look at a data set and understand and look at it right away and think, okay, this is what I need to do to be able to analyze certain data sets. Like, even sometimes I'll get a project at work, well, they'll give me a huge data set and I know exactly, okay, what is the end goal I have? What do I need to do? Bam, this is how I need to manipulate the data in a way for me to be able to quickly understand what needs to be done. And that little skill in itself has made my career progress at such a rapid rate that honestly, I'm so thankful to my younger self that my first year or 2 in public accounting, I really dedicated myself. Like, not only was I dedicated to becoming a great audit associate, I was also super dedicated to becoming really, really good at Excel. So the more you can learn Excel, the more transferable these skills are. And I want you to get one thing from this video, is that the 5 things I'm going over is that the point is these skills are very transferable to whatever it is you want to do. Maybe you end up doing accounting forever. Maybe you're a big time partner. Or maybe you want to be a CFO, or maybe leave accounting in general. But these skills you're going to take with you are super transferable. So definitely make sure Excel is on the top of your list as becoming master, world class at the different Excel skills, being able to manipulate data and use certain hotkeys to be able to be efficient and effective in whatever it is that you do. Third thing you need to do, financial analysis and being able to break down financial statements. Whether you want to start investing or you're going to go work for another company or whatever the case, whatever you want to do, being able to analyze a trial balance, being able to read it and understand what's going on, being able to look at financial statements and look at over the general health of a company and be able to assess, hey, there are certain things going on with this financial that don't seem right. That is such an intangible. There's so many people in business right now in operations that they might be a great operator and running a company, but when it comes to looking at financial statement and understanding how everything flows and everything goes, it is such a weakness that they have. And I've seen it firsthand how they can be great at operating a business, that they're good with people, but that one skill they're missing is the financial analysis aspect of it. So if you can bring that with you as an intangible skill to a company, I guarantee you guys that is such a skill that is so valued in the marketplace, because unless you've gone through public accounting or your CPA, or you've gone through the rigorous training and development that it takes to actually understand a financial statement, not many people know how to do it. A bunch of people can take an accounting course at a community college for a month or 2 or 6 months, and that being said, there's nothing like actually preparing, reviewing, and auditing financial statements for you to really understand the intricacies of what goes into a financial statement. So that's such a powerful skill to have and for you to take forever. So when you're doing your audit work, always remember that you're building skills for yourself. Obviously, you want to be able to make sure you do a good job at your firm or wherever you work at. But at the end of the day, you're working on you. You are the number one asset in your life. Yes, you have to respect where you work. Yes, you have to do a great job. But at the end of the day, you are working for yourself, and the fact that you are building yourself to build skills necessary to be able to start your own venture or work for another great company or whatever you want to do. You always need to make sure that you put your skills, your mindset, and yourself first. So always keep in mind that you're building these skills to be able to transfer them into whatever line of work that you want to carry going forward. The fourth thing you want to make sure you end up learning how to do at a public accounting firm is you want to make sure you learn how to back up your work. And this is kind of done automatically, especially if you go into audit, because anytime whatever account balance you audit or any audit work you end up doing, you're going to need to back up your work regardless, because so many people review your work. Let's just say you're an associate. Not only is the senior going to review your work, the audit manager is going to review your work, the audit partner, the concurring reviewer, and then if you get an internal inspection or a concurring, there's so many levels of review at a public accounting firm that you have to back up your work. You can't just write down a number and willy-nilly just be like, oh, well, that makes sense, because you're definitely going to get a bunch of review comments asking you, hey, where the heck did you get this number from? So learning how to back up your work is such a critical key and such a big skill to have. And again, I think it kind of just comes with the nature of public accounting, where you're kind of just trained in a way to think in a certain way and to prepare your work in a certain way where no one can really question where you got your number from or where things are coming or where things are going, because they know they can follow your work and you can exactly detail and document exactly how you're coming to the conclusion that you reached. And the fifth thing, and in my opinion, probably the most important, other than, okay, I don't want to say it's the most important. It's equally as important as probably learning debits and credits and Excel skills. Your interpersonal skills, okay? You being able to deal with people. I'll be honest with you guys. Myself, I've always been maybe, I guess, a little bit more outgoing than most people. I've always been a little bit easier to talk to per se. But that being said, honestly, I don't think I would be as comfortable as I am right now talking to a camera completely off script, just kind of going off the top of my head, if I wouldn't have learned the skills and developed myself really early in my career. And what's great and I love about public accounting is that even when I was really young in my career, I was 22 years old when I started. I was forced to talk to controllers, CFOs, accounting managers that were sometimes a lot older than I was. And it put me in a position where I had to be able to express myself, I don't even know what's the right word for it, how to conceptually understand and talk to people, and how to articulate the thoughts that I had that were running through my head when I was still trying to learn accounting and audit, and somehow somehow kind of transfer those and then kind of eloquently talk to my client and say, hey, I have this right now. I'm trying to get to this result and being able to talk to them. And you know what's crazy is that even in my audit career, I've found that the better relationship I had with my clients, the easier it was when things got really tough. Because the better relationship you could build with people. And in business, this happens all the time. Excuse my language, but shit happens, right? Like stuff happens, and you deal with certain things. And the easier you can, the better relationship you have with your clients, with certain people, the easier it is to, when things get tough, to request certain documents. Like, I remember in my audit career when certain times it was getting close to the deadline and there's maybe certain things that I screwed up on that I didn't request on time, or things that I didn't do when I should have. Those small things, although they seem small, it was really easy for me to be able to communicate that to my client at the time, because I had built such a good rapport and such a good relationship with them that it was really easy to get through those tough times with them because of the relationship that I built beforehand, before things got really rough. So your interpersonal skills and building strong relationships is such a great skill that I learned in public accounting, because even now in my career, I carry that with me. And even sometimes I speak to CEOs and these people that have really high positions. And, I remember those days as a staff when I really didn't kind of have a huge technical background, but I was still able to articulate the ideas that I had in my head and be able to confidently communicate to whoever it is I'm talking to. And those skills that I built really early on in my career have definitely carried me through my career and helped me to this day progress and get to where I want to be. So hopefully you take these 5 skills and you really try to, in my opinion, these are probably the most 5 critical keys that I think you can get from public accounting and that you can take with you wherever it is that you go. All right, guys, that's going to be it for the video today. If you found value in the video, please make sure to hit the like button below. And also, guys, don't forget to add me on any social media platform you use. Till next time, you know what it is. Work hard, dress well, peace.